And we are live. It's about time. How you doing, Walt?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Good. Just so everyone knows, Walt and I have been hanging out this whole weekend. I got to meet his girlfriend. We went to the Saints game. We just literally got back. Our bums hurt, our backs hurt, our throats hurt, and we can barely hear. So bear with us, everyone. But let's say hi to everyone. We got E claiming first. I appreciate E. Thanks for coming in. What's up, Nick? How you doing? Emo. What's up, Emo?
Oh, what's up, email?
Mr. Marky Mark.
Hey,
How you doing,
Mark.
buddy? Billy, how you doing, buddy?
Hey,
Hope
Bill.
you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. And I'm just going to, again, I'm on my phone, and so this is a little bit different. This isn't like the CMU was from Friday. And then we got Troy. We got to hang out with Troy quite a bit. He's actually really fun to hang out with. Not like I
Yeah,
was surprised, but
yeah. Troy's a
I actually
blast,
really
man.
enjoy hanging out with him.
Yeah,
And then we have Nick. I don't know if I said hi to Nick, but what's up, Nick? How you doing? Guys, Walt, Tyson, Casey, and Jay Cruz are some stand-up men. I'm again. I'm happy I've had the pleasure of meeting them and hanging out with them, having a good time. You too, buddy. You too. What's up,
agreed.
Steven? How you
Agreed,
doing, man?
Troy. Likewise. What's up, Steven?
And you know what's cool? It just jumped on me, but so okay. So I have a 5 hour layover tomorrow. I didn't know I had a 5 hour layover in Dallas. I land like at 3:30. I get off the plane. It'll be around 4. So far, Dagan and I are going to hang out, and hopefully his husband can join us. And then Dave Diablo Bearder wants to go to dinner with us too. So hopefully we
Oh,
have
that's
a lot of
cool.
people who show up who want to hang up and hang out and just get to meet each other and do a little dinner. So because I'm
That's
there
great,
until
man.
9:30, I'm like, yeah. So I left at 3:30. I don't leave until 9:30, and then I get home around midnight. So good
Yeah, they
times.
tried to do that for me on the way here. Like they wanted me to go from Orlando to Baltimore or something like that, and it's gonna be like a 5 or 6 hour, like from there, and then all the way down to New Orleans. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So I wound up ended up
Yeah.
going to Atlanta and then to New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Casey, you've been reading the messages from him. Casey had like a 2.5, 3 hour layover, the
Oh wow.
delay from Chicago to South Dakota. And so he's going to get home in like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning today. What's
Wow.
up? How you doing,
What's
Dave?
up, Dave?
Thanks for joining us, man. It's been a while. Just joking. Justin, how you doing, Justin? Mr. Bearded Pampered Shelf. Chef, how you doing, buddy? Ellie, how you doing? She is a full supporter of the mullet. That's all I got to say right there.
Enough said.
uh, yeah. Oh man, Karen, you root for the Aints? Yes, and we
Mhm.
lost in overtime. I couldn't believe that. Our
That was
defense
rough.
just decided not to show up the second half.
Yeah,
Oh,
they were done. Hey, what's
but
up,
tell
Dave?
you what though, I was 0 for 2. We went to the LSU Auburn game. LSU lost, and then I went to the Saints Giants game. Saints lost, so I'm a
Yeah.
bad luck charm down here.
What's
What's up, Nick? How you doing, buddy?
up, Nick?
All right, I'm just checking, guys. Oh, hey, Josh. I just it just flew up on me again. What's up, Josh? How you doing, buddy?
What's
Thanks
up,
for
Josh?
joining us. Amanda, how you doing? I'm glad you were here. I really am. And then yeah, so that's it. That's all that we have currently that have commented. So in the meantime, why don't you tell everyone who you are? And I mean, I'm sure everyone knows you in the chat, but say a little bit about who yourself, what you enjoy doing, who's with you. If she wants to hurry, jump on and say hi, that would be interesting. But I totally understand if she's anything like my wife, she won't want to say hi. So it took what, a year to get her on board to be able to say
Yeah.
hi. So anyway, love for you
Uh,
to introduce yourself.
so yeah, I go by Gentleman Prime. I started in the community back in September of last year. Uh, got into like promoting different companies and uh, working with some great people, and decided to start my own channel. Changed because I wanted to do gentlemen's grooming. So I changed my name to Gentleman Prime instead of Ultimus Prime. And yeah, now I'm just having fun, meeting up with some great people. I went to the Disney meetup, met Dan C and Straight Bearded Rob and just a bunch of great people and the guys from Beard Octane. And then I wound up meeting up with you in New Orleans for the Saints game, and it was just a blast helping you launch that scent with Fowler and the Bourbon Bayou. It's been a blast. It's been a lot of fun.
It really has. And Russ is like, what? Walt's married? No, he's not married. He has a serious girlfriend, and she is amazing. I got to briefly talk to her. It wasn't any long conversations because in that Superdome, you can't hear crap.
Yeah,
But it was fun to get to see her and get to know her a little bit. So she's a sweetheart. She really is.
yeah, she's amazing.
So yeah, you two really meshed together. It was cool.
Yeah.
It was cute. It was so cute. But yeah, so um, so you and I, for how long would you say you and I were talking about this set, Bourbon Bayou?
Maybe May.
Yeah, it's
I
been a
think
while.
at least a while. I mean, it's been a few months now because I approached you. I think it was because it was recently after Mardi Gras, and maybe a month or so. And I was like, oh, there's not like a scent that I think represents like not necessarily just the French Quarter or any type of like just Louisiana in a bottle, And we talked, and I talked about some of the things that might be in a French Quarter shop, but also just Louisiana in general. And I just wanted to make something or help you make something that was unique and different as possible. Because at the end of the day, I might have come up with some ideas, but you were the one that picked the right ingredients, the right types of scents in order to put this together. And it's fantastic.
Oh yeah, and the whole reason is all of us were coming down here. We all wanted to go to see the Saints game. LSU just so happened to be here, and we bought tickets on StubHub, so it was really cool. So we were coming here for the Saints game, and you had this wonderful idea, and I'm like, well, I don't even know what Nag Champa smells like, but my daughter loves incense, and so I asked her, and she's like, yeah, that's like one of the best ones. So I'm like, okay. So I went and got a couple of Nag Champa, well, lots of Nag Champas and everything that we were talking about bringing it in. And the first time it was missing something. We couldn't figure out what it was, but it was missing something. But it was still really good. And then we decided to put in tobacco, and it just made everything perfect.
Yeah.
And it's a really really good blended scent, I believe.
Yeah. I remember working with you on it and just thinking putting in tobacco, and you decided to do a kind of a grassier tobacco, fresher
Hmm.
tobacco, and it was amazing. I don't think I would have thought of putting that type of tobacco with it, but it's just the with the smoke and the incense, and then you got the sweetness up front with the honey and the bourbon, and just with the smoke and Naga Champa, and it's just a very well balanced scent. I really like it. I really enjoy it. Yeah, I've been when you sent me that tester, I probably had it in every day for like the past like 2 or 3 weeks, just putting a little bit in. Obviously, it takes me a lot longer to go through beard oil than you guys because I have such a short beard. So yeah, it takes me a
Hmm.
while to get through it.
Well, then you got the butter this time, so I love the
Oh
butter.
yeah,
The butter turned
yeah,
out
that
really good.
yeah, something about that. I think it must be the shea or something, but it just makes the scent kind of come off a little differently. It's not
Hmm.
as grassy, and it's just really enjoyable. I really like this. So when you pair the butter and the oil together, I'm sure you'd probably get a really nice balance of everything.
All right. Now we talk business. We talked a little bit about that and
Yeah.
everything, and we'll talk. But all right. So, what was your first impression as we were pulling into our Airbnb? Tell everyone what was going on through the
So
conversations that you and I were having,
yeah.
and then because it was like, wait, what?
So first it started with the night before, and I was looking at the street view. So I'm looking at the house, and the house looks okay. But then I start spinning around and like kind of looking at the houses around it, and you see like I think it was like a washing machine in the front yard. There's some empty tires, just like different things like there. And I'm like, okay, this is a little different than what I'm used to. It's a little bit more rustic, you know. And yeah, so I had my concerns, but all in all, it was a great time when we pulled up, and we kind of had some laughs about it. But yeah, I was a little nervous, but at the end of the day, it was a great time hanging out with you and Jake Cruz and Troy and just everybody there. We were just having so many laughs and joking around and eating good food, and it was just fun. It was
Oh,
lots of
dude,
fun.
we've ate a lot of good food, a lot of seafood, a lot of
Yeah.
seafood.
Yeah, I'm shrimped
No,
out.
but no, I'm all telling you, I'm like, no, man, it's okay, we're fine, everything's going to be good. And then we're driving around, and I'm just like, huh, this is interesting. And then all of a sudden, Cruz just pulls right up to the. I'm like, wait, what? Like, this is where we're staying.
Yeah, yeah. It
Everyone's
was
looking us down, like, what are you doing here?
oh yeah, yeah, they were, and then one of the ladies is like yelling out, it's like, oh, they're with the Airbnb, you know.
Yeah, and everyone's been cool, but it was kind of a shock right when we got here, so it
Oh,
was fun.
for sure, for sure. But this is New
What's
Orleans,
one of the
life's a little different here.
right? And all right. Well, do you plan on growing your beard out, or are you keeping at that length?
My job likes for me to have it kind of short. I tend to let it grow out probably like an inch, maybe an inch more than this, and then I'll cut it back down again. But yeah, it's just unfortunately just if it gets too long, they kind of give me a hard time about it. So during like the height of the pandemic, I had it pretty long. I'd say like 4 or 5, like down to here, and I never wanted seeing anybody a lot, like from my office. Um, but then as I started getting more involved in these meetings and everything like that, my boss would be like, "Well, you need to cut that down." So unfortunately, but
Well, yeah, and it pays the bills, so you can't just not
yeah,
do it.
but I might grow it out a little bit longer and kind of angle it and everything. I try and keep it somewhat clean for a business beard, you know.
Another one. Oh wait, this is a question of it. Bearded pampered chef consultant. Finally, ordered some pulleys. Looking forward to it. Went to Mountain River too. Took a lot of willpower not to order some more English code though. Yeah, I love English code, but I absolutely love Mountain River and pulleys. So I think those are
Yeah,
like my three favorite or close to.
we we talked about 10 minutes about how we thought English code is probably kind of just not talked about, but how incredible it is because it's one of my favorite scents. It was one of my favorite scents. Now I like Bourbon Bayou.
So every time I saw Walt, or like every time like he'd come in the room or talk to us, it looked like he was about to cry this whole whole time because and it made me laugh. So every time I saw him, like, dude, you okay? Dude, you okay?
Yeah, and I got
And
them. I'm
so
like, yeah, dude, I'm
during
fine.
the
I can't help my eyes are squinty. It's just
I'm like,
it's genetics.
yeah. So everyone was saying it, and then I mentioned it on the CMU, so Vato was making a joke because I thought it was
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah. I know. It's cool. We all kind of busted each other's chops. So it was a lot of fun.
Hey Jeff, how you doing, buddy? So you and I, we're not going to do this very long because you're with your girlfriend and you have plans tonight and all that kind of stuff. And we got to go help Cruz go take his stuff and take the car back and all that kind of stuff. So, with that though, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like in 5 years from now, do you see yourself still in the community? Do you see yourself with a different job, married or anything like
Um,
that?
I yeah, in 5 years, I'd like to see myself married, with a little one.
Hmm.
And I think I love the
Maybe with on
community.
and maybe with not.
No,
I'm just joking. We've
I pretty much got her picked out. She's with me. So yeah. But yeah, so with the community, I love the community. I don't know how much I'll be doing my channel as far as work and everything like that, and responsibilities first. But I really enjoy doing the gentleman's grooming reviews. Joking
uh-huh.
around and making a fool of myself is a lot of fun. I really like doing that. Kind of put on a show, try and be kind of like Clark Griswold, just kind of goofy and whatnot. So it's a blast doing that. So I like that, and I like doing the promoting stuff. I like helping you guys. I like moderating. So I could see myself still doing this type of stuff. Just I don't know how much I'll be doing, but I'll still make time for it.
Oh yeah, because you got to make priorities. Once you get
Yep.
married and you have children, it does change your life,
Yep.
and you
Absolutely.
have to have someone who supports that ambition that you have. And
Oh,
so,
for sure.
and
Yeah, and
I'm sure she will,
she's
but
very
at the
support.
same
Yeah,
time,
she's very supportive. Yep.
So you mentioned about maybe doing lives. Is that something that's in the future for you on your channel?
Me and Chad have talked about it. We both really love, we like the beard content, but we like so much more. We like reading books and listening to books, and we like comedy and joking around. So we might do a little channel here and there where we might just mess around and do some lives and show some different skits and stuff like that we might create. I don't know. We're tossing some
Oh, that
different
would be
ideas
fun.
around. Yeah, yeah. Me and Chad Straza are just we talk every day, and yeah, we have a blast messing around and coming up with these different silly ideas.
Yeah. When would you implement them, do you think? Because actually, I would love to see those today.
That's I told him that we would talk about it, I guess when I get back. But yeah, sometime this year we're gonna maybe towards the end of the year we might look at doing something. I don't know if it's gonna be once a month or maybe once every 2 weeks. I don't really know, but
Uh-huh.
trying to create skits together on different
That's going to
countries.
take
Just
some time and some
yeah,
editing.
yep, yeah. So
So
definitely,
I could see maybe uh, as you're getting used to it, maybe once every 2 weeks. But as you get used to it and you know what you're doing,
yeah,
maybe once a week.
yeah,
But that's awesome. I didn't know that.
yeah.
See,
We just
I've been hanging out with you this whole weekend, and you live and learn.
Yeah, and also Barbados Joe. He has a channel that's great. And he does like film reviews, and me and him both really love what's called wuxia. Think of like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and
Yeah.
different things like that.
Is that what Barbados Joe really likes?
Yes, we both like it, and we talked about maybe
Yeah.
doing some reviews and stuff like that.
Oh, that would be fun. Well, when I hear your voice, I think of the movie trailer announcer guy.
Oh, in a world.
I in the world. Dude, it's been raining quite a bit. It rained all day yesterday until we got to the game. It was nice. We had a good day. Marvin, I didn't see you. How you doing, buddy? We love New Orleans. I
Yeah,
gotta say though, Baton Rouge was amazing. Baton Rouge by far was
yeah.
the best place that we've been to
I
here.
don't have many memories of Baton Rouge. I grew up in Saint Bernard Parish, which is 20 minutes away from here. And
Hmm.
yeah, so my memories of Baton Rouge aren't really there. Mostly, I just remember coming to the French Quarter, and growing up in Saint Bernard. That's like what my
Dude,
kind of experience has been.
those beignets though,
Yeah,
holy cow,
yeah,
those are
good, huh?
amazing. I'm like, is there anywhere where I can just buy the dough or something and
Yeah,
take it,
yeah. You
send
can
take
buy
it
the
home with my
mix.
wife?
Yeah, you can buy the mix. Absolutely.
Where?
It's really
Because I looked.
you can get it on. I think you can get them on Amazon, but they sell it in shops around here.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm
Troy,
sure
is
you can
that
get it
because
online.
that's where you're from? That's why. That's where he's from. So.
Oh wow, Oof, I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, at LSU, I don't know. Maybe that's why or something like that.
Yeah,
But
Baton Rouge.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, what got you into the bearded community? What
So
interested
the
you?
pandemic hit and I was stuck at home. I really didn't have a reason to shave my beard, you know? I mean,
Uh
like,
huh.
I always had kind of stubble, but there was just no reason to. And all of a sudden I started getting it kind of long. And then I started noticing like, some dandruff and whatnot. And I'm like, and it's kind of dry. And I'm like, okay, what do I do? So I tried, I think it was like Dr. Squatch or no, I think Dr. Squatch was second. I think the first I tried beard oil was maybe was Cremo or something. I
Doctor
don't know, but it
Squatch.
was
I didn't know
garbage.
Doctor
It
Squatch
was
had beard oil.
Yeah, it was garbage. And I started doing research, and I found, of course, Scuba's beard tube or whatever Scuba's
Uh
channel.
huh.
And then he started pointing me in the direction. Then I found Dan C and Ken, and then I think the first company I ever tried might have been Weatherbeard Corey. And then I found you because we were in a chat together and we were talking about the Saints. And I realized you were a Saints fan, so I think I ordered Angler's Code, and I was like, oh
Oh.
yeah, I'm like, this company's for me. So I started using Angler's Code, and now I just have you know, have a nice little collection there. And just really great company.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I really do. And there's so many good companies out there, and so anytime someone likes your stuff, it means a lot.
Oh yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Aldemir, can everyone else hear us, or is just him? That'd be. I hope everyone can
Yeah,
hear
I
us.
hope y'all can hear us.
But we're both on spotty networks,
Yeah,
and all that kind of stuff. So this is why we rented out the hotel room at the Marriott. So
yeah, that was wild.
yes,
When we found that out, that was insane. I didn't know if we were gonna be able to figure it out. Like, I
that's
just
fair.
remember sitting there, we're all joking around, and Cruz is like his eyes get real big, and he's like, yeah, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah,
So
like
we
the
started
upload speed
scrambling.
was 3.
Yeah, yeah. was bad.
Well, so what trends do you see coming in 2022 besides deodorant?
Um,
Because it seems like everyone's bringing deodorant now.
yeah, I think that now that the pandemic's slowing down, it's going to start thinning out the herd. Um, some of these pop-up, companies aren't going to, some aren't going to make it. I think some are going to make it. I know you're going to make it. The things that you have planned is definitely there. I think people are going to start using new and different materials. Start investing in not so much be a beard company, but be more of a grooming company. Um,
Yeah,
and I
I
see
can see
that
that.
that trend happening. Um, I think that what our ideas are of scents and what we consider to be good scents is going to change too. Like first it was just regular colognes and a woodsy scent, and now we're
Hmm.
going into fruits, and we got what smoke and fruit and honey and bourbon and tobacco. I mean, so many different things that you can put in a scent. And so scents are getting more complex. Um, it used to be where you might have like one or two things in a scent profile, 2 years ago, and now you're getting things with so many layers and so many, and so an actual experience when you use these products. But yeah, and I see the community changing a little bit, but maybe for the good.
Yeah, I can see that. And yeah, when we went to the Salt Lake City Barber and Beauty Expo, what I noticed is everyone that came to the table that we talked to, a lot of them were like, "Well, I don't know. This seems like a little weird. I'm just looking for like a sandalwood scent, or I'm just looking for some type of, they would just do these like stuff that they get at Walmart and wanted to smell those. And I'm like, you know what? We have these open. Let's just give them a shot, and if you like them, let's, and all that." And their eyes just opened up, and they were amazed that we could have a beard oil that smelled something like that. And Polly's was one of their favorites. On the Rocks, Anglers, Mountain River, actually all of them. They just everyone was like, "Ooh, oh," you know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun to see, and that's with everyone in the community. Like everyone that the sense, like you said, that they're just becoming a lot more elaborate. They're becoming better, and they're lasting longer. They're better for you, that type of stuff. So, um,
Yep.
yeah, I see that. I see that as well. So, what about CBD and ostrich? Do you see that still a thing coming in the future, or is
I
that going to be moving away?
do. I don't. I think it's going to be a little bit wider spread. I think there's not going to be only like two or three companies doing. I think it's going to be kind of more more across the board on the bigger companies giving it that option. There's
Hmm.
so many companies that are doing CBD, and no one. And I look at it like this. No one really has claimed the rights to the CBD or ostrich. It's just they're available. People can use it, and
Yeah,
each company has their ability to use it. And and I think that you know, if it's going to be good for your beard or good for your, overall well-being, I don't see why a company would not use it.
hmm,
Right? So, whether or not they start using different things or going, looking for different and alternative oils that you don't normally hear of, I mean, that's definitely a possibility too.
yeah, yeah. So, Mike was on Bearded Motivations channel on Saturday, and we were listening to it as we're coming home from Baton Rouge because we like to support Dave and
Hmm.
everyone.
Yeah, I
And we
love
were
Dave.
listening to it, and he was like, if you're thinking of starting a new company, you're thinking about doing anything, you have to be different. You have to
Hmm.
bring something to the table that isn't there.
Yep.
And I totally agree. Like everyone's looking for the next thing. You have to continue to innovate. Like look at Kodak or look at Sears or look at these companies that have gone under, Kmart that have gone under because they decided not to innovate. They decided
Yep.
that, hey, we're solely going to do film,
Yeah.
for cameras. I'm like, buddy, we don't even use film anymore.
Exactly.
Um, and so then they go under. So I think it's
But
very important that every company is always innovating and always thinking about the next thing.
absolutely. And I think what you're doing right now, where you're working with some amazing guys like Fowler, and you are reaching into new areas of the market. So you're not
Hmm.
just doing the beer community, but you're also tapping into the survivalist community or the naturalist community or the, hunting community, whatever it might be. I think by doing that, you're expanding your reach. And when you do that and then drive that foot traffic to your website, you're going to get more sales and you're going to grow.
Absolutely. And I absolutely love that community. Like I love this community, but I love fishing.
Yep.
I love being outdoors. I love camping, and so it was just a perfect fit for us.
Oh,
So,
sure.
oh, good, Almer. That's awesome, buddy. And then
Awesome.
Jason said, I've said it before, people who are not educated or no knowledge of the beard oil and other beard products, they have no clue. No,
Yeah.
they really don't. And that's what's
Yeah.
sad is because, as you growing up and starting to be able to grow a beard, people will go to Walmart and people will be able to buy the stuff that's there. And sometimes it works, but sometimes, most often than not, it doesn't. And you still
Yeah.
have an itch and you still have greasy beard. And you're like, well, this is stupid. Why would I do
Yeah.
this? This
Or
doesn't make
acne,
sense. And then,
using bad
yeah,
oil, breaking out stuff. Yeah.
yeah. And so I agree with that. They really have no clue, man. Um, there was a question. Um, yeah, so next year, I'm thinking because we can't do it this time next year, because I want to go whitewater rafting and be able to take everyone doing that. So I think we're going to do it probably late July, early August, and
That'd
it's
be
going to
fun.
be at Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And it's a resort. It's amazing, and it's so much fun. It's like right up my alley. It's right next to Yellowstone. We all could go hit Yellowstone and there's elks, buffalo, moose, any type of wildlife you can think of in the Rockies. It's there, and you can see the Tetons, and everyone has always wanted to see the Tetons, and you go hike it, and so it's really fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we're going to do next year. We're going to do the CMU there, and we'll figure out if we're going to launch anything. But either way, it's just going to be a
Yeah.
fun get together and do it.
Absolutely. I love nature. I most of my best memories is riding a boat, my pops, and going fishing and saltwater flats in Louisiana, and just seeing all the old bald cypress in the swamps and just things like that. So I
Hmm.
really enjoy seeing nature. So yeah, I'd love to go over there and do that.
Okay, so when you get off, you have to go to YouTube, which we're on, and then Google Jackson Hole whitewater rafting, and it's on the Snake River. I grew up on the Snake River in Idaho, and you can just see it, and it's intense and it is fun. There's one part where a bunch of like tourists will just come and sit at this rock and watch everyone because the water's like 10 feet wave. And so sometimes people go flying and you're safe and all that. You have life jacket and stuff, but you might get bumped up and get a few scrapes and bruises. But holy cow, it's one of the funnest things I did when I was a kid. See,
Sounds like a blast.
yeah. I googled it the other night, and it sounds and it looks awesome. Yeah, it's really nice. Bitter Pamper Chef said Jackson Hole reminds me a little of Alaska. It really does. Just warmer.
That's another
I
place I
like
want to
the
go.
cold. Yeah, see, Derek agrees. Jackson Hole is amazing. They have a bunch of antlers because you're not. It's against the law to go around and scavenge antlers that the deer have lost or the elk have lost or the moose. You just can't. It's against the law. And so, what they'll do is they'll take those scavengers out, and they made a huge arch, like four arches, and just antlers, and it's really cool.
Really? Why is it
So,
against the law to
hey,
take
Gary.
those? Why is it against the law to take those?
Um, I don't know. I don't know that answer. I just know it
Hmm,
is. I know the answer. I just can't remember it. If that
no,
makes sense.
right.
Um, it has to do with something. Anyone in the chat, there's some wild people or people who are into wildlife. Why can't you pick up the drops, the antlers and stuff off the ground that they have lost? Where in Idaho did you grow up? I went to college in Rexford. Hey, shut up. So did I. I actually grew up in Shelley, so 30 minutes south of Idaho Falls. I didn't know he went there. That's really cool. Yeah, y'all should be asked Jackson before you. That's so dumb. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so that's what everyone's invited. It'll be really fun. A huge get together. We'll do the CMU there. Maybe we'll do a couple launches like we did this time. So there you go. Gary might be right. It's something like that. It's just but it's more
Makes
than
sense.
that. It's conservation or something. I really don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know the purpose of that. But so what was some of the funnest things that you could from this trip? Just kind of like let everyone know kind of the not everything,
Right.
but some of the
Right.
fun things
I think
like the
just
bidet.
the
Like everyone saw the
that was
bidet,
hilarious. That was hilarious. I almost got
and I
hit in
have
the face
never
with it.
used it.
Yeah,
I've never used it. I
yeah, that
refuse to.
was
That freaking
hilarious.
scared me.
But I think just the running around with the guys, I kind of got a chance to spend with a little time with Troy, a little time with you, a little time with Casey, a little time with Jay Cruz, and just getting there. And I remember getting out of the car with Jay Cruz and see you guys, you and Casey walking up, and there's just it was like, okay, I see these guys almost every day or every at least once a week,
Uh-huh.
digital, and then to see them in person, it's like, okay, it's kind of weird because I've never met you before, but I've met you before. I don't know, it's just, but it was a blast. I really had a great time hanging out with y'all and going to different restaurants and getting some really good food. So much shrimp.
So much shrimp.
So much
And just so
shrimp.
you know, guys, shrimp doesn't go well with me.
Yeah,
And my wife's like, guys, I apologize for Tyson.
yeah,
He does not do well with shrimp. And I'm like,
yeah,
yeah, Cruz just walked in and said, don't give Tyson shrimp.
yeah. But it was so much fun kind of racing around and trying to figure everything out, especially the Marriott part where we just like packing everything up and we're like, all right, let's do this, and that was a lot of fun too. So yeah,
Yeah, there was a lot of once in a lifetime experiences that we had,
oh for
like
sure.
going to Bourbon Street at night, like at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
Never want to do that again.
yeah,
But it's something that we experienced. Going to the LSU game, watching them play Auburn, amazing. Going to the Saints game, so much
yeah,
fun. Learning what a po' boy is, that was
yeah.
interesting.
Oh yeah,
And the
yeah,
why,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I had an alligator sausage bratwurst. It was like alligator meat, po' boy at the game. I thought that was cool. So
yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
yeah. So wait, Beard Pepper Chef. What's their names? Because that's exact. I grew up right next to the high school. Now it's the middle school, and then I was there when the high school was being built. It looks like literally Walt a spud cellar, which I don't know if you know what a spud cellar is. It looks like
No.
an in ground um, barn,
Oh,
and that's what
okay.
they do. And so it keeps the potatoes cold and all that kind of stuff. We would get off school for 2 weeks for spud harvest. Like, it was cool.
Really?
Yeah, I grew
Yeah.
up in Firth. Know exactly where that is. In Firth, they have a bunch of ice caves, and so we would always go on our dates and stuff like that to the ice caves, and then go out and just made my first Copper John's purchase ever. 4 oils, 1 butter, and 1 bar of soap. Can't wait. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, Matt. Did you use Walt's code? Save 25% today if you do. Prime 15 will save you 15%. The strangest thing y'all saw on Bourbon Street. Nope.
Yeah, we're not touching that one. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Chris, what's the strangest thing you saw on Bourbon Street? Come say hi to everyone.
I'll say the costumes.
What? He's tired after the game. Um, what would you say is the straight? You want to put this in? Okay. What's the strangest thing?
That's the strangest thing.
Yeah, probably got to.
Um, yeah, I probably won't go there at night anymore.
No.
Yeah, it's wild out there, man. Even for me,
Yeah.
I was kind of like,
Yeah, you see
Can
a
you
lot
hear
of
him
things you
okay?
don't expect.
like we went into this one spot and I'm like checking the exits, scoping who comes in and stuff like
He
that.
really was.
I was on my PG.
And they were playing Nirvana. It was like, oh, it was a really fun band and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Super loud.
Yeah.
But it was just like, And then we about to see some fights. Actually, they were literally going.
It was about to go down.
The cops were rushing there. There was weed everywhere, and then there was horse. I've never seen actual cops on horses before, and there was
Yeah.
3 just ready, going into a bar, just getting ready to go.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got a chance to go on Bourbon
you're
Street
a
last
stud,
night
man. Yeah.
with Anna, and we watched some live music, and I really enjoyed that. I really enjoy seeing guys just jamming out and kind of just playing some really cool music. They're playing Skinner and all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, all right, this is my place. So it was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, but then we went to French Quarters, and I actually bought some really cool stuff for my kids and my wife, and I found a couple cool coffee mugs and stuff like that. So, during the day it was amazing. At night I'm like, nope, never doing that again.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
21,
very
22.
sketchy. We go down a few different streets, and it was just very dark, and I'm hyper
Dude,
aware
it,
of that
it
type of
smelled
stuff.
like
I
throw
get
up.
over. Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
smelled like throw up, weed, and pee.
yeah.
That's exactly what it smelled like. And there was hundreds of people everywhere, and they were all
Yeah,
25 or younger. Like we were the oldest by far, and I'm just like, well, this is uncomfortable.
yeah,
Yeah, yes, they are usually shrimp, but the Saints. That's what I mean. I want to try alligator, and so
yeah.
I got to try it, and it was really good.
So po' boy is they can do pretty much any type of. They do usually do fried shrimp, fried oyster, roast beef, alligator sausage, different things like that. Fried oysters, and then essentially what it was is back in the day when you know money was tight, they would take old French bread and they would just cut it down the side, and then they would stuff it whatever they could find for food, and they would sell it to the po' boys, the poor boys.
Yeah. Um, yeah, they told the waiter told us that because I asked. I'm like,
Yeah,
what is this? And Marvin Cruz actually got hit on like several times, and it was really awkward for Cruz. I was actually really enjoying it. Yeah, yeah, he's with me on that one. Yeah, so I don't know what time it is. I can't tell because I'm not on my laptop. I'm on my phone. It doesn't show the
it's
time. Do you have the time?
5:37.
Okay, so we have a few more minutes before you
Mhm.
go head out to dinner with your girlfriend. Does she want to come say hi? Just wave her hand, say
No,
hi.
no, no, she can't. She's working right now. She's catching up on some work.
Oh, good for her. Always
Yeah,
working.
yeah. She's kind of balancing her work and making this trip for me. So she just does it all.
Wow, awesome. So, tell us about your turtle. Like, where'd you
Uh,
get your turtle? How'd you get your turtle? How long is it? How long do these turtles live? How big do they get?
yeah. So I found Sheldon. This guy came into um our insurance. I used to work in an insurance agency selling auto and home insurance and some specialty insurance too. They came in, and he was paying his insurance, and we're talking, and he's got all kinds of different types of exotic animals. He had um, turtles and snakes, and he had like a porcupine thing, and all these different things. And I went over there to check out what he had, and he had like this 10 by 20 cage thing, or bunker, like not bunker, like enclosure. And they're
Mm-hmm.
just all crawling on top of each other. There were some that were over 200 pounds, and there were some that were just tiny. And I saw one that was like kind of in the bottom, and other tortoises were kind of climbing over him. And I was like, "How much for the little guy?" And he's like, $50. I'm like, "Sold." So I grabbed Sheldon, and I could palm him with one hand. Like he was just like size of a
Really?
pop
He's
tart.
so much
Yeah,
bigger than that now.
yeah, he's the size of a pop tart. Um, and I've had him for 7 years now, and it's the third largest species in the world. Um, and they
Mm-hmm.
can get big as over 200 pounds, and they're from the sub-Saharan desert of Africa, so they eat a lot of grass and kind of like brush and stuff like that. So his main diet is the grass in the backyard. And now he's about 70 plus pounds, at least 70 pounds, probably more now since it's been a little bit. But yeah, he's awesome. He's a vegetarian, doesn't really eat anything like too crazy.
He's the perfect pet.
Yeah, yeah, I never have to take him to the vet. He just kind of hangs out with me and doesn't bark. Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he doesn't bark. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
My kids got so we have indoor dogs and they're puppies. And my son got a phone call. It's like, if you don't take those dogs outside or inside, because they're barking late at night. I'm like, I
yeah,
think you got the wrong because our dogs don't bark at all, and they're little puppies and stuff like that.
yeah.
But cute little puppies. All right. So I know we didn't want to keep this long for you. So why don't we start with this? Let's do some of the would you rather's.
Sure.
And I always
Sounds
ask this
good.
one: is like, would you rather go to a beach or the mountain?
Well, I live in Florida now, so I've had my beach fills. I'd like to go to mountains. I like to, yeah, definitely go do that.
All right, Cruz is running to the store. Um, Yeah, I love the beach, and I will always love the beach. Like when we went to Oceanside, we went to Carlsbad and all that kind of stuff. A blast, and I would do that all the time. But so there's something special about the mountains. Like I said, I really do want to have a cabin one day and all that kind of stuff, and bring
Oh, for
people in
sure.
and
That'd be so
have
cool.
that experience. That's why I want to go to Jackson Hole, so everyone gets to have that opportunity and check it out.
Oh, absolutely. I'm down for that.
So you really got to come and go whitewater rafting. I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
So, also, all you guys in there, what kind of would you rather questions do you have for Walt? Walt, did you have your turtle on your channel before?
On Instagram, I've had a few things with him, but I've never put him on my YouTube channel. You know, because my channel is kind of gentleman's grooming stuff, and I thought about maybe doing some different things with him, but I don't really know. That's kind of a tough one. Yeah, maybe one day.
Yeah. All right. So the next would you rather. Okay, guys, it's time to ask would you rather. So ask some would you rather questions. Next would you rather question is would you rather eat dog food or cat food if you had to have a choice? If you had to.
If I absolutely had to, probably dog food.
Why?
I don't know. Man's best friend. I feel like he's a little bit closer to man, I guess. You
It seems
know?
like dog food is a little less dry, or is more
Yeah.
dry, and cat food's always wet. And I couldn't handle cat food. I'm with you on that. Would you rather have a superpower or stop aging?
Uh, the thing is, if you stop aging, then everyone around you is going to eventually pass on, and you have to watch that. So I think a superpower. Just make life easier, and yeah, just have fun with
So
it.
what superpower?
Maybe fly. Yeah. That way I
Okay,
can
flying would
I
be
can
fun.
avoid interstate at all times.
You can't see
What's
these.
that?
No, but how nice would it be just to save money, just go fly, and you don't have to go.
Yeah.
Billy,
Oh,
is it true that Jay Cruz on Bourbon Street wearing a pink tutu, eating beer, earning beards? Oh yeah, hearing lots of. No, they weren't doing beads. I didn't see anyone on beads yesterday or 2 days ago.
yeah.
All right. Now, is there any stories or anything that you want to bring up before we go, so that you can go hang out with her? Would you rather have beer or whiskey?
Oof. Um, Whiskey. Let's go whiskey. I like
Nice.
Maker's
Okay.
Mark. I like Joe from Jersey Joe got me onto that peanut butter whiskey I really enjoy. So yeah, whiskey.
So
Oh,
yeah, I don't know what was in it.
actually, the
Isn't
first
it
person to
horse?
mention it to me was Anna. Sorry, she just looked at me. I realized, Joe mentioned it to me, but the one who got me to try it eventually was Anna.
Po' boys or gumbo?
Oh, po' boys. I love po' boys.
Oh, dude, po' boys are so good. I was shocked when I saw the first time when I saw it the very first time because I didn't know what it was. I was like, holy crap, this looks amazing. And they
Yeah.
fill it. It's not even remote.
Yeah.
It's not small. It's like they fill it.
Yeah. So it's like
So if any of you guys
it's
don't know what po' boys are,
yeah, it like overflows with shrimp, and then so you're gonna eat some shrimp on the side along with your actual sandwich that's overflowing with shrimp. So it's fantastic.
it's like a whole loaf of bread too. Like it's a
Yep.
whole loaf of bread. It's not like this
Yeah.
little 6-inch sandwich. It's like
Yeah.
huge.
And it's so much, the bread is so much better than, say, for instance, like a Subway bread that's just kind of very,
Hmm.
Subway bread is kind of dense. Like this bread is kind of airy and just light and fluffy, and it's just fantastic.
It's true. And then Walt has gas the rest of the night.
Me or you?
Not me. I would never. I'm joking. All right, bearded pepper chef says shrimp or crawfish.
Oh, crawfish. I love crawfish.
See, we're going again tonight, I think, and I'm going to try some crawfish.
Yeah, crawfish is
No, I
good.
had some crawfish, didn't I? Did I have some crawfish?
Maybe.
I don't. I can't remember. We went to so many places.
Yeah, it kind of all blurs together.
I don't even know what this is. Okay, try Ferdy Brown Po' Boy. I don't know what that is. Do you?
That must be a place over in the French Quarter, Ferdy Browns. I'll have to look it up.
Tanks 4D. Are you from here? Is that somewhere we should go? I have until 1 Dagan, and I'm meeting with Diablo Bearded Dave. I have a 5 hour layover, so they're so far. So if anyone is in Dallas and want to go to dinner with us, hit us up because we got to do it. Yeah. all of us are so tired. All of us are exhausted. Like we've only had like what for in between 5 days, like 4 or 5 hours a night.
Yeah. And
But it's been
when
fun.
you're out of your element, you never
So,
really sleep
all
good
right,
anyway.
that's all the questions Dude, these beds are nice. Though, I'm not gonna lie. And then with I don't know me with having kids, and then on the weekends, I try to I really do try to like kind of sleep in, and so I will wake up with the kids. Sometimes I don't wake up; they don't come bug us or anything like that. But yeah, so I did get to sleep in a little bit, so that was nice. But sleeping in is like 7, 8 o'clock. So Dallas might have as well. Holla from Nate from Ferocious. I mean, that must be a conversation going on between some people.
Yeah.
But dude, I appreciate you hanging out with us all weekend. I hope you have just a wonderful time.
Absolutely.
And I mean,
Thank you. Yeah, it was a blast meeting you
I don't think
and Jay Cruz and everybody. It was just so much fun. I can see how much you enjoy doing this stuff. Casey too. I can just see he's very passionate about this stuff. So it was a great time.
yeah. No, so last night, Walt unfortunately didn't want to come with us. We wanted him to, but girlfriends are more important. No, I'm
Yeah.
joking. She flew down just to see him, so I thought that was cool. But Casey, myself, and Cruz, we all went to the LSU game, and on our way back, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. We're starving because where we were located in the stadium was not there wasn't a really a good place for us to be able to get out and come in and out and stuff. So we didn't get to eat anything or anything like that. So we're starving. It's 1 o'clock. We see an exit that says, "Hey, go try this." Had a bunch of restaurants, but we get off and everything's closed, even the McDonald's, even the gas station, except the Waffle House. I'm like, oh,
Of
Waffle
course.
House no, I'm like, I can't do Waffle House. I've had so many bad experiences with hair and just
Yeah.
grossing out with dirtiness.
There's like this certain
And,
stickiness factor with Waffle House. Like everything just seems tacky and
oh,
sticky.
dude, so close. Like I was just like
Yeah.
grossed out. I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah.
And so Cruz is like, ugh, like he just wanted to because he was so hungry, and I'm like, I totally understand. And so, but we took about an hour to try to figure out not to go to Waffle House. We tried every other place in the whole entire city. Everything
Yeah.
was closed except that, and it was between New Orleans and Bourbon, or by Golden. Where did Baton Rouge? And so it was a smaller city, and I'm like, not bad. We should have went. And then we dropped off Casey up in the French Quarters, and we are going to come back and pick him up so he could just stay in your room where you were at. And so when we dropped him off, we were going to McDonald's, and then literally it was a shift change, and we waited for 30 minutes, and still nothing. So we just took off and
Wow.
went to pick him up, and we never ate anything. So needless to say, I lost 100 pounds.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah, that's what happens, when
Yeah.
when I go without a meal. And he wanted Waffle House so bad, and he let me know. He let me know. All right, last question, or not last question, another question. Well, simple questions. What's the average you spend on Rusing Sheldon?
It's like raising Sheldon. Not
Oh,
much
raising.
actually. So one the hardest part with getting a sulcata or a tortoise like that is to create the enclosure. So you have to buy a lumber in order to keep him contained. Otherwise, they're escape artists. They will just ram through everything and just dig and everything like that. So that's the most expensive thing. But then the overall, as long as you have a big enough enclosure, their majority of their diet is the grass inside. So that's about 90 to 95% of what they're going to eat is that grass. You always want to make sure the grass is healthy and you're watering it and whatnot like that. And then I will also once a week, twice a week, I'll give them something called Missouri, or we call it tortoise chow. And it's just these little pellets that are compressed with vitamins and minerals and like corn and hay and everything. And I'll soak that up with some water and I'll give that to him just to make sure he's getting a balanced diet. So
It
not too much.
Seemed like last year you gave him pumpkin or something, and he absolutely loved
Yep.
it.
Yeah, I gave that to him for a treat. It's a good dewormer and it's good for him. But I that like I'll give him like watermelon from time to time or strawberries from time to time or pumpkin, but very rarely. I'll go months without giving him any of that stuff and he just eats his grass and he's fine.
So pumpkin is a dewormer?
Yeah, yeah. So,
Wow, I didn't know that.
yeah, it's good for him.
So Nicholas wants to know how much the turtle's worth now.
I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe a couple hundred now. I mean, he's $50 when I got him little, but as they get bigger, they do go up in cost. It's about how much they're worth. But he's creeping up on probably 80 now, if I had to guess, maybe 75 pounds. So I'm sure he's probably worth a couple $100.
What about Anna? Does she like him?
Yes, she does like Sheldon. She's got a
Does she have any?
Yeah, she's got a little dog.
Yeah,
She's
so I was
got a
about to ask.
senior dog, and his name's Marshall, and he's fantastic.
Sorry. What Ninja Turtle is his favorite?
Sheldon likes to
Gabe
eat,
throwing
so
out a.
he likes Michelangelo for the pizza.
Oh, you've had this question before.
It's funny.
Sorry. Well, everyone, I appreciate you guys so much for jumping on. Again, we're kind of tired. He's busy, and then also anyone going to lives in Dallas, I would absolutely love to get to meet you. Dagan and I and Dave, we're all going to be going to doing lunch, and so if anyone wants to join us, that'd be awesome. But
That will be cool.
if there's nothing else you have, is there anything else you want to say?
No, guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and I appreciate all of the community that always supports me and my antics, and it's a blast being a part of this whole journey that we have.
Yeah. Oh, last thing is the weekly gallery window, so everyone knows that I have a gallery on my website, and you can hit the plus sign on that gallery, and it puts you into a weekly giveaway for a $25 gift card. And this week's winner, there was a few really good pictures. Scott Burton. Scott Burton actually wanted this. I really, really enjoyed his
Hey,
picture. And so, Scott, I will be emailing you a $25 gift card. Appreciate you putting your picture on the gallery and showing us what you're using. And I believe it was pulleys. So I appreciate you, man.
good one. Very good one.
And yeah, so be safe and everything. You too. I appreciate you, Marvin. Really do. And yeah, anyway, you guys have a wonderful night. Congratulations again, Scott. And if you guys ever want to be put into that giveaway, just put your pictures into the gallery.
Yeah.
So, anyway, have a wonderful night, guys. Take care.